In 1980, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas handed one actor a script and told him, "We want you for this." He read it, loved it, and said yes. That actor was Tom Selleck. The movie was Raiders of the Lost Ark, and he never got to make it. Not because he changed his mind, not because he had second thoughts about the part, but because of a single piece of paper he already signed months earlier for a television show that nobody expected to matter this much. By 1980, Tom Selleck had spent nearly a decade in Hollywood without a real breakthrough. He'd filmed 6 television pilots, and every single one had failed to get picked up. When CBS offered him a 7th for a detective show called Magnum PI, Selleck almost turned it down too. He thought the character as written had no real flaws, just good looks and a Ferrari. He pushed back hard enough that the studio was stunned, and eventually the show was rewritten around a more grounded, flawed version of the character. Only then did Selleck agree to shoot the pilot. It was a modest, unglamorous bet after years of near misses, the kind of project an actor takes because the alternative is no work at all, not the kind that makes a career overnight. Then, while that pilot was still sitting with the network, Selleck got the call every actor waits a lifetime for. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas wanted him, specifically to play a college professor with a whip and a fear of snakes. Indiana Jones. Selleck read the script, loved it, and Spielberg and Lucas held the offer open for him for well over a month while they waited on an answer. But he was already under a holding contract with CBS from the Magnum pilot, and the studio flatly refused to release him. The moment the network heard 2 of Hollywood's biggest filmmakers wanted their actor, CBS rushed to lock him in, and the role went to Harrison Ford instead. Then came the twist Selleck couldn't have predicted. A major actors' strike hit Hollywood that summer over residuals, and it delayed the start of Magnum PI production for months, from that spring all the way to December. Raiders of the Lost Ark finished filming before Magnum ever shot a single scene. Selleck hung out in Hawaii under contract, waiting out the strike, while the movie he'd wanted actually came to Hawaii to wrap its own production without him. Had CBS simply given him a few months' waiver, he could have played both roles. Selleck has called that stretch of his career the World Series of Disappointments. Losing a role to a scheduling conflict is one thing, but watching the film finish itself in the very place he was stuck waiting is another. Even so, he has said flatly that he doesn't carry scars over it. He honored the contract he signed, and Magnum PI ran for 8 seasons and made him a genuine star. Selleck never actually had the choice to take Indiana Jones. What he did have was a choice about how to respond to losing it, and he chose to stay committed rather than resentful. After Magnum PI ended, Selleck built decades of reliable, unflashy work. 3 Men and a Baby, a recurring role on Friends, and 14 seasons as Commissioner Frank Reagan on Blue Bloods, all while quietly running his own avocado ranch on the side. There's no blockbuster payday in the story, and no regret either. And that's what makes it useful. Most of us will never lose a role worth hundreds of millions, let alone watch it get made down the road while we wait on a commitment we can't get out of. But plenty of us have been looked into the steadier, less glamorous option by a contract, a job, or decision made before something better comes along. The instinct is to treat that as the loss. In Selleck's case, the commitment he was stuck with turned into 8 seasons, then 14 more, then a career most actors would spend a lifetime chasing. Sometimes the path that you're already locked into is the one that quietly compounds into real, lasting security. You don't always need the biggest opportunity in front of you. You need the one you can actually stick with. I'm Amy. Please click like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.